Hey, what's up guys? Luke here today with a video review for you of this right here, which is a Samsung television that I bought for school this year. I don't have an unboxing on it because when I moved in I was really excited to get into the box, so I just went ahead and unboxed it without filming it. But I figured what's the next best thing? It is a review. I've been using this TV for almost a month now. I guess today is the 26th, 27th, and I moved in the 29th. So it's been open for almost a month and I've used it literally every day, probably for a long time. It's certainly, already paid for itself because of how much TV I watch. We got the Xbox down here, we got Apple TV, and we just got Rogers cable over there, the basic cable, because really we just watch everything on Netflix. We hit our cap. We had a 200 gig cap of internet and we needed to upgrade to 300 gigs, and there was a student deal on for 300 gigs that made it cheaper, and we got TV. So it was like we paid $5 more than we were paying before, but we got TV and 100 gigs more internet, so we went with that deal. So now we've got high definition television here in Toronto, but the Samsung 26-inch television, let's run down some specs of it. Okay, so first of all, this model number is the Samsung UN46EH6000FXZC. If you want to get all technical, that's the model number. It's an LED television. No, LED is light emitting diode. 16:9 aspect ratio, obviously. It's got a native 1080p display method. The refresh rate is 120 Hz, which I was actually really skeptical about buying an LED TV because I have a LED TV at home. My dad actually has it, and it's a 60 Hz, and it looks awful. It's just the worst TV I've ever seen in my entire life. He hates it. He actually wanted to sell it to me so that he could go and buy a new LED TV that was like 240 Hz and a smart TV. But I didn't want it, and he was going to give it to me for a really good price. So 120 Hz refresh rate, which is how fast, it's just how fast the image refreshes. So you can definitely notice it on a 60 Hz television. And then the clear motion rate, which is kind of like Samsung's motion refreshing. They kind of try to make it sound better than it is. So when you buy a 60 Hz television, if it has a 240 clear motion rate, it's better, but really I think clear motion rate, I would pay attention to the refresh rate if anything else. Things that this TV does not have is picture-in-picture, which I was kind of upset about, so that we could play Grand Theft Auto and then watch TV or whatever on the same screen. Not a lot of TVs have that, but some of the newer ones do, and some of the older ones do too. Kind of a cool feature. Probably wouldn't use it as much as I think I would though. It does have a game mode, it does have a sports mode, and it does have a cinema mode. It also has a dynamic mode and a standard mode. Standard is the most power consumption. Dynamic changes to what it feels is right for what you're watching, and then there's a movie mode and a games mode, which is specifically tuned for either cinema or games. In terms of sound on the television, it's got Dolby Digital Plus, Dolby Pulse, and SRS Theater surround sound. I don't have any audio being fed out of it right now. It's just there's two 10-watt down-firing speakers on the bottom. It's fine for what we need. Like, you guys can kind of see in the reflection of the TV where the couch is. In our condo, it's really not like we're gonna need surround sound because we're like really far away. It's good sound for what it is, It's not surround sound, but it's decent sound. Braden, are you happy with the sound on the television? He's very happy with the sound on the television. So yeah, it's got two down-firing full-range 10-watt speakers. Inputs, it has two HDMI inputs on the right-hand side of it, and below is a USB media input, so it's for media share. So you can plug it in there, and I'll show you guys. I think I've got a flash drive plugged in there right now. You can plug in flash drives with movies, movies, music, photos. It's really cool. I'll show you guys that. Two HDMI ports. It's got one component video input. It doesn't have an SV input, and it's got one AV output. The AV output, the stereo audio AV output, is also the component output in. So if you want component output and stereo audio out, it's not going to happen. It's just the only ports on the back of this television. The only ports are the power port, a red, green, blue, and two stereo audio jacks, and then a coax. It's got a coaxial out. But right now I'm just using HDMI 1 is my Xbox, and HDMI 2 is the high definition cable. It doesn't have a headphone jack, which it's a nice thing to have. It's not a huge thing, but it's always been nice to have. So that's pretty much the specifications on it. 46 inches across. It's an LED, as I said before. So my thoughts on this television itself, the Samsung, really long name here. Why I went LED over plasma. First of all, I originally wanted to go plasma because I've had really good experience with plasma televisions. And plasmas are dirt cheap. Like, you can get a really good deal on a plasma television. Like, I think a 51-inch plasma was cheaper than this was. So 51-inch, so 5 inches bigger, but it was a plasma. It was cheaper than this, and it was a Samsung. So why I went LED, first of all, because LED is way better on power, and our hydro isn't included in the rent here. And I was like really freaked out about hydro because I thought it'd be like $300, but our hydro for the moment, was it like 17 bucks for our hydro? Yeah. And it was dirt cheap. So you know what, that might have been attributed to the power consumption of the old LED television here. So it's power consuming, or it's Energy Star rated to consume less power than a plasma television. That's the first reason. The second reason is that, as you guys can kind of see right now, because the television's turned off, but the TV's sitting right beside a 10-foot floor-to-ceiling window, and plasmas are awful for reflections and mirroring on the display, even when the television's on. Like, there's a bar downstairs that I know has 2 or 3 plasma televisions, and you can notice it. Like, you can notice it at night. That's how bad it is, the reflection on them. And I'm actually really satisfied with how this lights up, and that there's no reflection on it. So that's another reason why I went LED. And spent a little bit extra money. Other things, I've just got all my notes here on my phone. The television itself, the television is way thicker than an LED TV should be. Like, LED TVs are relatively pretty thin, and that's why, you know, everybody's kind of like, go LED, it's a lot thinner, you know, a lot more compact. But this is just about as thick, if not more thick, than some of the plasmas I've seen in my day. So it's a really thick LED television. In terms of heat put off, I wouldn't even be able to tell. I don't think it puts off any heat whatsoever. And if it does, you know, it heats and it, you know, helps out the small, what is that? Is that a palm tree we've got beside the television there? So you know it helps that. But in terms of heat, nothing. Depth, it's really thick. Settings and picture. I'm really pleased with the picture of this television. It provides a nice, crisp, clear picture. Right now I've got it set on the dynamic mode, which means it changes per setting. That's for HDMI 2. Now you can set it, a cool thing I like is you can set it, so HDMI 2 is on dynamic mode, so that's the cable, so that every time I switch to a different channel, you know, I'm watching either a show, a movie, a game show, you know, whatever, reality television. I don't watch a lot of reality television. I'm gonna seem like one of those people now. But anyways, it dynamically switches to what it thinks the best color picture should be, whereas my HDMI 1, which is my Xbox, is on game mode. And I should have it on dynamic actually, because I use my Xbox a lot to watch Netflix. TV is perfect for people who want a great looking LED television, but don't want the features of a smart TV. If you guys are anywhere in like television shopping right now, which I'm assuming by you're watching this, you are shopping for television. Smart TVs are expensive. Like, this in a smart TV was well over $1,500. And thank you, okay, this was like, I think I got it at Costco, so I got like a ridiculous deal on it. I actually wasn't gonna buy this TV. I was gonna go with the plasma, but then I walked into Costco and this was like $689 plus tax. I think it came to $800 with tax. God bless Costco. So $689, so $800 plus tax. I got a $200 Xbox here. You know, we're up to $1,000, and I have all the features of a smart television. I've got Netflix, I've got, you know, all these applications on my Xbox through, like, what is it, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. And I've got a gaming console that plays DVDs and stuff like that. If I had a PS3, I'd have a Blu-ray player too, for goodness sakes. I understand my dad just bought a smart TV for his bedroom because it's literally just the TV mounted on the wall and nothing around it. And he's got internet through that, and he can do whatever the hell he wants with that. But this one, you know, it's got the whole entertainment center here. You got my hard drive with all my movies on it over there. It's I don't know, it would have been stupid for me to go smart TV. So if you want a smart TV, or sorry, if you don't want a smart TV, you want a great looking LED television, and you have, you know, the Apple TV, you have the Xbox, you have the cable, you don't need those internet based in features, this is a television to go for. Would I recommend this television? For sure, you know, it's been a great TV. I really enjoy it. I actually haven't even taken the plastic off it yet. As you can see, the plastic is still on it. I don't think the plastic's on the screen though. So, you know, relatively pleased with the old Samsung 46 LED smart television. I will run you through some of the features here. If we can just turn the television on. Did it turn on? Yeah, here we go. So this is the, if you have a USB port, and sorry for the refresh rate, it's going to look like awful because the refresh rate on this TV is higher than on the camera. This is 60 frames a second, this is 120 megahertz. So anyways, that's why the screen's flickering right now. So if you go, let's say, so this is the media center. I've got my storage device plugged in down there. I can go to videos. I can browse through all my folders. So let me just see here what kind of folders I've got. CS5, PS3 stuff, Rock and Rio, and oh, video right there. So this is just off a flash drive. I've got Live Free or Die Hard here, which was purchased. And I have the Avengers, which I also did purchase, but it didn't come with a digital copy, so I had to download it. and I have proof that I have it on Blu-ray. I bought the Blu-ray DVD combo from Costco. It was $28. So I can pop that on there. I'm not going to pop it on, but I can pop that on, and you know, it just flawlessly works with the television. You know, and that's no Xbox, no Apple TV, no nothing needed. That's just a flash drive in the side of the television. So guys, this has been Luke from LukeDeMarco.com with a review of the Samsung 46-inch, insert long name here, television. I am a huge fan of this TV. As I said before, I've had it for about a month. I bought it from Costco. It was $689 at the time. It might be on sale now because it wasn't on sale when I bought it. It was just a ridiculously low price. Anyways, guys, that is it for this review. If you like this review, be sure to like it down below. If you really like this review, be sure to subscribe up above. If you have a television that you really like, comment with the model, or not the model, but maybe just the brand, the name, and you know, is it LED, LCD, plasma? What kind of person are you? I have an LCD Samsung in my actual bedroom here in the condo, but this right here is an LED. Alrighty, have a good one, guys.